What is up, YouTube boys and girls? Russ Navarro here, Radical Custom Garage. I've got some items that I've got from Amazon, and I have some items here that I got from Harbor Freight. We'll start with the Amazon stuff and just go from there. I'm pretty excited about the Amazon haul. Also the stuff I got from Harbor Freight, but more so the Amazon stuff, because there's a punch set here that I've been wanting, a brass punch set that is, and I was hoping that they was everything that they had advertised to be. On another note, and I don't know where I placed it, I don't even see it right offhand, but I had ordered a punch for the punch press, or I thought it was a set the way the picture did. I didn't read it very well. I know I told you that you could get the square punches for the punch press. You have to watch on Amazon when you do order this stuff. I should have read it better, and it's only a single one. The set, I think there's a set of 4 or a set of 6, but it's a little bit more. I haven't found it. Last time I noticed it on there, it said it was out of stock. I'm going to try to order it and show you guys, because I know it'd come in handy for making brackets such as shifter brackets, things like that. But it does, I think it's like little square punch, but I'm not sure what sizes. I think it goes all the way up to 1/2 inch, but I'm not real sure. I don't want to say anything or misspeak. All right. First thing, PT Products 16 ounce brass hammer. Just got it, taking it out of the package. One of the gentlemen that I work with at work got one of these. I've got a bigger one I use at work, but I don't know if you guys work in industrial maintenance or anything, but these are handy, like if you're tapping on a bearing, or you want to get into a little fine space. The small hammer is good, and you're not going to booger up whatever you're tapping on. There's a lot of times we have to move a shaft over or whatever because the set screws come loose, and to get them running, you just tap the shaft over and you tighten the set screws up and go on until PM day, and then we can go ahead and fix it the right way. But everybody needs a brass hammer in their arsenal, so 16 ounce. I don't know if this has got a part number on it. Yeah, W1137, and this comes off of Amazon. So if you're looking for a brass hammer, I believe this one, because we put his through, there's 3 of us that use his, and my bigger one, we all kind of share, and he said he would buy the smaller one. I always have it, I say, and the old mechanic saying, if you use it more than 3 times, you probably ought to have it in your toolbox. All right, next item. This one in particular, I've been eyeing on Amazon, and you get, I believe it's 6 files. You get 6 brass punches, and they all come individually wrapped. And they're not bad. Open a big one here. For what I do and that, we abuse them. I'll probably get another set for work, but you can never have too many brass punches, and I will show them all to you here. But as you can see, there's various sizes. They're all got the knurling on them to help you hold them. I made it was an old Craftsman wrench, but I made took it and made it to where it will hold the brass because I have a bad habit of missing and busting my hand, and I'm getting too old for to be doing that. It smarts a lot worse than if I was still young, but we've all done it. But these, I really am impressed with them. I was kind of worried on, what all, how hard I can hit these, and I'll let you know, because I'm sure we'll abuse them. But for doing, like bearings and knocking bearings and things, and in fact, I need them here in my shop, and I've got the old school that, if I can find it here. These are some homemade ones that I just took some brass, and I've had these for almost 20, 25 years. As you can see, it's kind of abused. But they come in handy, when you're tapping or beating on something. This is an old grounding rod that I cut down and made into a punch. I needed a specialty tool, and I just put it on my lathe, turned it down, and it knocked out the bearing or whatever we were working on. But, like I said, you can never have too many brass punches. Amazon. I have not got a price on these. I don't recall what I paid for them. It was $30 or $40, but it's a fairly decent brass punch set. All right. Last but not least, on the Amazon, get some of this, I should say second to the last but not least. This adjustable wrench set you got from 6 all the way to 10. I thought it was going to be a cheaper set because I was going to use them to throw in my truck because of the pouch. I've got a little bag, and that's in another video. But I've got a bag that I got off of Amazon, and you can roll it out, and it has different pouches for your different tools and things. And it's handy for on the road or if somebody's broke down. And I bought this set originally to throw in it, and the part number, before I forget, is 33062. But actually, I'm very impressed. They're very well built. They're very lightweight, and that's what I like. And I don't like to use an adjustable wrench on a lot of things, but they come in handy sometimes when you don't have the right tool, or you want to get something loose with a Allen wrench or something like that. You could stick this on there and utilize it. But overall, I think this will be good in my arsenal. It cracks me up because it's got your adjustments from 0 all the way to 1.25 inches. On the other side, and that's in here. On the other side, it has from 0 millimeters all the way up to 35 millimeters. So you can use them either or. I like that they're thin walled. I've got a couple of older wrenches. And this is a Crescent Wrench brand. And you could see the difference between the two. This one's about, I figure, 30 years old, but that's the 10-inch, and this is a 10-inch, and the Amazon one. It's A-R-E-S, Aris, I guess is how you pronounce it. I guess they're pretty good tools. I think it's comparable to the Crescent brand, but it's just one of them things that I thought it'd be handy to have. So I went ahead and got the 3-piece adjustable wrench set from Amazon. Alrighty. Last but not least. For a while, with me working on rat rods and things like that here in the shop, or, somebody at work, their car won't start or whatever, it's kind of handy to, and we've got one of these at work. It's probably a little bit better brand, but We can go out and test the batteries on some of the trucks. If some of the truck drivers have trouble with their rigs or whatever, you know, we can let them know, hey, that battery's dead or whatever. I personally will not jump anything with my truck. I've got a battery jumper box I keep, and we talked to our plant superintendent, and he ended up getting us one so we could jump the trucks. I don't want to take a chance in with electronics and things of burning something up. But anyway, back to this. $19 on Amazon. It is a digital or a wireless battery load tester, so you have to have your phone to do it. I haven't even taken it out of the box. It hopefully it'll be good for here around the house. I was not going to spend a whole lot of money to buy a tester because I don't use it that much. You know, once in a while I've got a few batteries here or there on old cars or whatever. The only thing I didn't care about, and what do you expect for $19? It does not come with a pouch, so I'll probably just keep the box. And I haven't read on it yet. Like I said, I'm just now pulling it out of the box. You just hook your battery up. You have your test. And basically, you just read it off your phone. It'll tell you if it's fully charged, medium charged, low charge, bad battery, medium, good, and healthy. It's just got idiot lights to light up to let you know. Basic stuff. I'm sure it tells you more through the phone and what have you. Like I said, I have not got to try it out, so I can't tell you a whole lot. But I think you need to have one if you're a DIY guy and things. You need to be able to do that with this. And let's see what else we got here. I believe that's everything I have for the Amazon. If I can get it back in the box. That's kind of why I don't like it. I may end up getting a carrying case for it, or finding something I can use for a carrying case, because it's kind of a hassle getting it back in the box. Okay, I'm going to hold off on the Icon Harbor Freight haul for a minute. I also wanted to touch base with y'all a little bit about your local pawn shops, because I've went to a couple pawn shops today looking around, and you know, there's nothing wrong. You can see here's a bag full of goodies, and I'll move you over here so you can see. Clean some of this off to the side. I really need to clean my toolbox here, but okay. And if you can, people, try to get with your local pawn shop guy or make friends with them. It's like the tool trucks and things. If you go in these pawn shops and things and get to know these people, and that sometimes you can get a pretty good deal. I wasn't expecting to get the deal I got. I noticed there were several people in there, and it may have been, you know, he just wanted to hurry up and price me out or whatever. But send some stuff out. And some of this stuff may not matter to some of you guys or whatever, but you know, if you're a new tech or whatever, you don't have to have new tools to get started or whatever. But and I'll lay these out. I'm not going to go into them in depth, but and hopefully you can see them. I was pretty proud for $30. Now, people, I want you to know I got all this for $30. And the brass hammer that I got alone, they had it marked at one time $30, but it was in the what he calls the grab box. But I got this. This to me alone was worth 30. You know, you can never have a breakover bar. You know, there's never, and it works good. It's an old Craftsman. It's probably as old as I am or older. You know, it's a little bowed, but you can tell it's been used. You know, especially if any of you work in industrial maintenance and things, you know how your tools end up coming up missing, or they get misplaced, or somebody borrows them, you don't get them back. Most of my stuff I mark or engrave, but there's a lot of times they get feet and walk off. I don't know why. That's just the nature of the beast. I've probably spent probably $1,000, $2,000 and had, you know, that much walk off before, and then I have to replace it. Most of the time, if they know we have it or whatever, the company will replace some of the tools. Not always. If we tear them up, or if somebody gets them wet or something like that, they're pretty good about replacing them. But anyway, let me pause you for a minute, and then I'll take you over here and show you the rest of the stuff, and you could see what all I got for $30. And I was highly impressed. You know, it was well worth $30 to me. Okay, guys, there's a brass hammer, but you get the gist. This Impact, I think I give him $5 for that. And then I got all these assortment. You know, I'm always missing some kind of, I'm always needing these, you know, for bigger sockets or whatever. And this one here is a Craftsman. I'm kind of impressed that, I believe it's Craftsman. Let me look here. It says made in USA. I believe it's a Craftsman. You can barely read it, but most all of it, some of it's Chinese stuff, you know. That one's PowerTech. This one you can change out the, you got an Allen there and you can change the head out. It's an old Craftsman. You know, some of these even have somebody's name. That's an old Craftsman. This one I seen, it was a Pittsburgh, but I've needed that size with a shorty before. And these, no more than what I give. I can modify these if I need to. There's another Craftsman with the Allen. You could change these out to the size. You know, if you got an Allen, you can cut off a head, and if it'll fit down in there, you can make it work. Same way with some of these here. I've modified them and just tagged a deal on them, or cut the end off here. If this is messed up, and it's now an Allen. But you get the gist of it. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. Like I said, you don't have to be a master, you know, have all the best stuff. You don't have to, you know, your box, just because you are a mechanic, that don't mean that you can't buy used stuff. All right, enough about that stuff. This one, I've been going to Harbor Freight forever trying to find it. They finally got the shipment in, and every guy knows what I'm talking about. 10 millimeter. It's a 10-piece set, assorted 10 millimeter. As you can see, it's for the 1/2-inch drive, 3/8 drive, and quarter. You've got, you know, your small 10 millimeter. You got a swivel 10 millimeter. You got the longer. I mean, you can't beat this set here. I give $14 for this, and I wished I'd have bought another one. Because we all know how we lose our 10 millimeters in that. And what I like about this, it's got the little plastic deal on it, and I have some magnetic magnets that I can cut down, put on the bottom of that. It'll stay in my toolbox, or I can stick it up on my board, and I'll know where the 10 millimeters are. And I wish they made them in, I think it's 12 or 13 is the one that we use a lot at work. And, you know, I could use one like this for the 13 millimeter. If they come out with it, I'll have it. Pittsburgh by no means is a bad way to go. Pittsburgh is one of the better ones I think that Harbor Freight has. So, all right, next one. I got this on sale. I bought the metric and standard. We'll take it out. I'll pause you here. I got it for $69. It was $74.99. They had the bigger sets also. I was going to buy them, but I'd already spent too much today. So, but $69.99 was not bad. $70. I saved a little. They're saying the competition, if you used to buy this set, is $5.88, but you know, we all know how that goes. It's 1/2-inch drive from 10 millimeter all the way up to 27 millimeter. Let me pause you. I'm going to have to take these screws out. Let me pause you. We'll get it out of the package and we'll just go from there. Okay, I'm back. This set goes from 10 all the way to 27 millimeter. They are, I think, one of the better sets. It's, you know, you'll have to clean the oil and stuff. I haven't even had a chance to clean. I bought the standard and the metric set. I don't think you can get, I think these would last you for a long time. I know if you bought this off the tool truck or a tool truck, you probably are going to spend well over probably $200 for a set like this. I've been needing some of the metric ones, especially I think it was 22. I was doing a front end or something, tearing it apart for somebody, and I needed one, and I just went and bought the socket. The socket alone was pretty pricey because of course, you know, we had to hit the local tool truck. The guy I was working with said he'd buy it, but I said it was for my project. So rather than have him, you know, buy it and that, I just went ahead and sucked it up and bought it. And I think it was $60 for it. I still have it. I don't know if it's here and if I can open it up. It's a universal one, and I'm not real sure where it's at. I need to organize this a little bit better. But hopefully it hasn't gotten legs and walked off. But I used it, we needed it, I think it was to pull some lug nuts off. It was a deep well. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time looking for it, but I think this set would be a good set, especially if you're a mechanic starting out. I like that it comes with this case. Hopefully I ain't going to spill this all over the floor. But you could put this in your toolbox like that. I'm going to take it off there, put it on my tool rails in here. I have some empty spaces, and kind of mark them and what have you. But you could put that in there like that and it'd be fine. Like I said, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money being a mechanic. You know, if you're a new mechanic, excuse me. And if you're just starting out, you know, so big deal, you go get Icon or some of Harbor Freight tools. I've seen Craftsman. I know an older gentleman that's been a mechanic for almost, he's in his, I want to say like 69, and he's still turning wrenches. He just, the place he works, they're giving him the opportunity to, stay there. He said he'd probably retire 70, 71. I personally don't want to work that long. I'd like to be able to do projects in my shop and enjoy, but that's what he said. That's what he enjoys. He lost his wife, so he'd just rather turn wrenches. That's his livelihood or what he enjoys doing. And he told me he's had a lot of his Craftsman tools, since he started. He's got Craftsman wrenches. He's got Craftsman, some of the old school Craftsman stuff. And his tools has got him by this long in his toolbox. So there's nothing wrong with, the old school tools and things. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I guess that's what I'm trying to stress. Don't go out and buy a $20,000 or $30,000 toolbox. You can go get a Harbor Freight toolbox to get you by. I bought my toolbox because I wanted it. I had an opportunity to get it through my business, and that's what helped me pay for this. Don't get me wrong, it didn't pay for it fully, but that's one thing you have to understand. When you're a mechanic, you don't want to have your toolbox be more than what your car payment or your house payment is. A lot of people have to, feed their kids, what have you. And I guess what I'm just trying to say, don't go out and get yourself in debt just to impress the other guy, because that guy is not going to help you pay your bills. All right, back to this. I got sidetracked. I really think this set is one of the better sets. That's why I went ahead and grabbed it. I've got a couple cheaper sets in the standard. It's the metric that I didn't have. I went ahead and bought the standard set. I'll probably take it to work. These, for the money, you can't go wrong. $69. I mean, even I was looking at some stuff at the pawn shop, and the pawn shop, he had some, which wasn't bad, but he had a Mac set, and it had a few more pieces with it, but he wanted almost $200 for it. I paid $69 for this. So you really got to watch, like when you do go to pawn shops and things, kind of know in your head what things go for. You just don't want to go in there and grab it and go. This has a warranty. I'm sure the stuff in the pawn shop, it's not going to matter. People tell me, oh, well, you buy it from a pawn shop, the Mac guy will cover it. No, not necessarily. Because my Snap-on guy would watch on the receipts and things. He could tell you whether you bought it off of his truck or not. And if you didn't buy it off of his truck, he will not warranty it. You can go through your Snap-on and they'll probably warranty it. But most of the tool truck guys I know, Mac or the Snap-on, I'm just telling you my experience. If you got it from a pawn shop, and I'm honest that way. I'll say, hey, I got this at the pawn shop. I broke it, or it's not working right. And most of the time, some of the people will be good enough that they'll warranty it because they know that like Snap-on is you got a lifetime warranty. But that only goes for the guy that bought it. And understand, and I can see the Snap-on or Mac guy getting upset because they bought that franchise or bought into that franchise, and if you didn't buy it from them, are they losing money? I don't know. But you just have to understand, and build a good relationship with them to where, they might do that with you. I don't know the full gist of it or whatever, but anyway, back to this. The 10 millimeter, I know I'm going to use a lot. The 13, I know I'm going to use a lot. Icon Tools, I think, is a good way to go. I think they're comparable to Snap-on. A lot of people tell you different. You know, anymore, I've noticed a lot of your tools and things, it don't matter. They're, what do I want to say? They're relabeled or whatever, and they probably come out of the same factory. Not saying they all do, but that's what I used to like about Snap-on. I know Mac, a lot of their stuff are relabeled and things. Snap-on used to be, you know, US and that, but I'm seeing more and more of their product. They're sourcing it out and things, and it's not all made in the USA. I'm just saying. I believe that's all I have for you today. I've kind of rambled on. If you would, people, if you like the video, keep me going. I'm trying to get 1,000. I'm at 951. My last video did awesome. It was 200 and some K. That made me feel great that there's people out there that's actually watching these. If only I would have been monetized, I could have made a little money to help pay for this. This stuff is coming out of my pocket. Trying to do these affiliate programs and things, but they're not really working out to where they're paying me money. So I'm using my hard-earned money to buy this stuff. So that's why you don't see so many videos and things, because I can't afford to just go out and spend $200 or $300 on some tools and tell you about it. A lot of times I've bought a lot of things that I don't share with you guys because I bought it for the Rat Rod project or I needed it in the shop. But, you know, if I'm not going to get anything, and this sounds selfish, but if I'm not going to get anything out of it or whatever, why should I even, you know, bother with it? I appreciate everybody. You know, I think it's totally awesome that I got as many as I did on that punch press. It was just, it's kind of disappointing that, you know, out of 200K people that watched that, you know, I've got 951 subscribers, which is good. But if I could at least had, you know, enough subscribers, I would have been monetized or whatever. I'm not into it for that. I enjoy doing the videos and things, don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes, you know, it'd kind of help, you know, to for the stuff that I do show you in that it would help me out to the point. And I'm old school. I'm an old timer. I really struggle with the technology and things, and I'm learning. And, you know, I know that YouTube's not a quick rich scheme, or, you know, you're not going to get rich overnight or whatever. But I enjoy sharing the tools, and I enjoy going to the pawn shops and things, and I enjoy going and finding different products that I want that I can share with you guys. But it'd be kind of nice to, you know, get a little bit of money or whatever you call it. So please go out there, subscribe, push that like button, comment, share. I believe that's all I have for you today. I'm going to cut it short, a little windy here. Enjoy the rest of your week. Once again, go down and hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and we'll see you in the next video. God bless and have a blessed week.